Welcome back. And in today's session, we're going to be doing a full body workout without any forward flexion. So if you are someone that finds bending the neck forwards, rounding the upper back can be quite uncomfortable on your neck and shoulders, especially if you're lying down, you won't have to worry about that today because we have no forward bending exercises. This also makes it a safe routine if you have low bone density, osteopenia or osteoporosis, so it's a perfect routine for you. For today's session, you're going to need a ball and a stretchy band. However, if you don't have those items, you can use the strap from a bathrobe, and instead of a ball, a rolled up towel can work just as well. It's just to kind of lift the hips up a little bit and make it a bit easier to access some of our stretches. And then something else you may want is a thick, firm cushion or block to sit on for some of the seated work, especially if you're very tight in the hips and lower back. Otherwise, let's begin. Have your ball and band to the side, but I'm going to get you to start lying down. Come down onto your side and roll onto your back. Bring your arms down by your sides, relax your shoulders, and you may want a little hand towel or head cushion to support your head and neck, but this is optional. And then just take some nice deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Give me some long, deep breaths. And then when you're ready, slide the arms out to your sides and level with your shoulders. Bring your ball between your knees. Bring your ankles together. Give the ball a little squeeze, and then when you're ready, roll the knees to the left, breathing in. As you breathe out, draw the legs back to center. Inhale, roll to the right. And exhale, pull back to center. And as you do this, I want you to think about where that pull is coming from. I want the ribs to initiate the movement. The hips and knees will follow. So the ribs naturally lift. So we want to feel as though we're pulling them back down to the mat to activate the obliques. Keep your shoulders heavy and relaxed, connected to your mat. Let's do one more. To the right and pull back to center. Now if you do have a little something under your head, take it out unless it's really necessary, and slide your arms down by your sides. Separate your feet slightly and give me 10 squeezes on your ball. Breathe in and exhale, squeeze. 10. Exhale, squeeze. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just a nice squeeze but not too firm. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, curl your pelvis towards you and roll it back into neutral, breathing in. Exhale, curl towards you, and inhale, release. And 4. Just warming up that spine. And 3. And 2. And on this last one, we're going to curl the pelvis and we're going to get ready to roll all the way up. So pressing into your feet, peel your spine off the floor, lifting the hips. Press into your arms, breathe in, and exhale, slowly rolling down. 3 more. Breathe in and exhale, rolling down. Good. On this next one, we're going to roll up with our breath. Pressing into the feet. Hold those hips up and then reach both arms overhead. And then roll your spine down, stretching through those arms. And back into neutral. Make sure your ribs are connected to the floor. And then from here, just walk your feet in towards your buttocks, ribs connected to the mat, pelvis in neutral, and just slowly float those feet up into tabletop position. This is optional, you can keep the feet down if you prefer. Circle the arms out to the sides, and then we go in for our spine twist 2, breathing in and exhale, return. Breathing in and exhale, return. Again, thinking about initiating from the ribs and exhale, return. Breathe in, twist and exhale, return. Let's do one more each side. Good. And then from here, bring those arms down by your sides, palms turn down, and then reach them overhead, breathing in. As you breathe out, bring the arms back. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, return. Your focus here is on keeping the ribs connected to the floor, maintaining that tabletop position. Remember, you can pop your feet down if you need to. And then bring the arms by the sides, just hovering off the floor, and reach towards the end of your mat. We're going to do a little bit of a hundreds beat with the arms. Take a nice deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, pump the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. And out. And in. And out. If you want to, try it with the legs stretched. And in. And out. And in. And out. 3 more sets. Two more sets. Last set. And hug your knees in. Take your ball, place your feet down, and pop the ball to the side. Grab your band or your strap. Place your right foot into the band. You're going to do a nice little hamstring sequence. So you're going to get a nice tension on your band and pull the elbows down towards the floor so you can relax your shoulders. If you're quite flexible, you can add to this by lengthening your left leg along the floor. If you have very tight hamstrings, keep it bent. And then bend the right knee into the chest, lengthen away along the floor and float back up to the ceiling. Bend, stretch away, float up. So you have that nice resistance as you press into the band. Really nice way of weight bearing for low bone density. Good. And 4. And 3. And 2. And on the next one, hold the leg up and just push up through the heel and press down into the back of the hip so you get a nice opposition stretch. And just hold that for a few moments. Remember, if it's really tight, so if you're struggling to straighten the leg because the hamstrings are really tight and you've got that left leg lengthened, you need to bring it in. It's just not ready for it yet. But if you are really flexible, you have long hamstrings, you need that extra stretch, you can lengthen your left leg. And then place both ends of the band in the right hand. Now, if you prefer, you can do the single leg circle without the band to make it harder. I quite like it with the band for hip mobility. Left leg straightened or bent, whatever feels right for you. Take the right leg slightly across, and then nice big circle down, around, and back up. Again, across, down, around, and back up. And this is with a bent knee. You can still go across. So you just dust past that bent leg and circle. And as you're doing this, I want your focus to be on keeping your pelvis as still as possible. So you're really working into those stabilizing abdominal muscles. Let's do 6 in the other direction. We breathe in for a circle. We breathe out for a circle. We breathe in for a circle. We breathe out for a circle. We're going to do one more set. In for a circle. And out for a circle. And then simply place both feet into the band to swap your legs over. Place your left foot down on the ground. So nice tension on the band, elbows on the mat to relax the shoulders. If you're really flexible in your hamstrings, you can stretch the right leg along the floor, otherwise keep it bent. And then bend the left knee into the chest. Press away into the band and float back up. Bend, stretch, float. Bend, stretch, float. Good. And 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And hold. Good. Just have a moment here, just feel that stretch, pushing up through your heel, pressing down into the back of the hip. And then we're going to go into those single leg circles. So you place the band in both ends in your left hand. If you prefer, you can do it without the band, which is harder. If you're flexible enough, you can stretch the right leg along the floor, but only do this if it feels comfortable. If you're still having to bend this knee, I would bring this leg in and just work on getting those hamstrings straight before you stretch this leg. And then we go slightly across, we circle down, around, and center. Slightly across, down, around, and center. Inhale, circle, keeping that pelvis still. Exhale, circle. Inhale, circle. Exhale, circle. We reverse for 6. Inhale, circle. Exhale, circle. Inhale, circle. Exhale, circle. 2 more. Good, and then bend your leg in and release the band. Good. Pop your band to the side, grab your ball, and just curl your pelvis, peel your spine, lift your hips, and place the ball underneath the back of the pelvis. Now you can have quite a blown up ball, which will make it more challenging to balance, or take some air out, make it a little bit squidgier to make it easier to balance. Instead of a ball, you can just put a rolled up towel underneath the back of the pelvis. Arms down by your sides, lift your heels and just balance on your toes for a moment. Lift your right leg into a single knee fold and lower. And then lift your left leg and lower. And all the time, just keeping that balance on your ball, being as still as you can. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Try making it more challenging. Lift your arms up. Can you keep that stability? And either keep going with this exercise, perfecting, getting better, or up the ante slightly by lifting one leg. Breathe in and exhale, slowly switch with control. You can have the arms up, you can have the arms down, whichever feels more stable for you. And my pelvis is ever so slightly tucked towards me, so I'm not arching the lower back. That's quite a helpful little tip. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Now you can either stay here and keep perfecting this, or bring your legs up into tabletop. We can have a go at single leg stretch. For this, we simply stretch one leg away at about 45 degrees or slightly higher. Don't go too low though. Take a breath in and exhale, switch like for like. Take a breath in and exhale, switch. And really lengthen through that leg. We've done those lovely hamstring stretches. So get as much length in those legs as you can. And we're going to finish with 4. For whichever version you're doing. 3. 3. 2. 2. 1. 1. And have a little break. Hug those knees in. From here, place both arms down by your sides. Stretch your legs to the ceiling. I'm going to do a little double leg lower, little double leg stretch type exercise. And we just lower the legs ever so slightly and then pull them back in towards us. Now with this, it's really important that we don't let the pelvis go, that we keep that slight tuck as we lower the legs so that we don't arch the lower back. We're going to exhale as we lower, inhale as we lift. Exhale on the effort, inhale, lift. Good, 3 more. Exhale, lower, Inhale, lift. Last one, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And then turn the feet out. Flex the feet. So your knees are turned out, your feet are turned out. And then bend the knees in towards your shoulders. Breathe in. And exhale, press away through your heels. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. And at the moment, I'm pushing the heels towards the ceiling, which is a little easier on the core. But if you have tight hamstrings, it can be a little tough on those inner thighs. So you may find you want to take the legs away at a slight angle to make it easier on that inner thigh connection, but it will feel harder on those abdominals. 3, 2, 1. Point the feet. Bring the legs back up above the pelvis. We're going to go into some double leg circles. So you're going to let the legs open out. Do a little circle down and together and come back up. Inhale, open. Exhale, down and together. Inhale, up. And open. Exhale, down and together. Inhale, up. Open. Exhale, down and together. One more in this direction. Down and together. And then we reverse. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower the legs slightly. And inhale, circle up. Together. Exhale, down. Inhale, circle round. And together. And 4. The circles can be as big or as small as you like, just as long as you have control. 2, 1, and bend the legs and bring them in. Give them a little hug. Oh, those hips feeling nice and mobile, the legs nice and stretched. And then place your feet down, lift your hips, take the ball out, roll down through your spine, and it should feel delicious in that lower back area. And then roll onto your side. Come up onto your elbow. Place the ball in front of you and put the hand on the ball and use the pressure to help lift out of your shoulder and pull the ribs away from the floor. Stretch your top leg out, ready for our leg kick. Bottom leg could be bent, or you can straighten it to make it more challenging and just flex the foot and have it slightly in front of you if you are doing that version. Otherwise, leg bent. Pressing into the ball, pulling away from the floor. We swing the leg around to the front with a flex and deepen. We swing back with a point and deepen. Exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Good. Now the rest of the body stays still. We swing around that hip. And 2, 2. And 1, 1. And rest the leg down. From here, push the ball away. Reach the arm out. We're going into a side bend. Now it's up to you. You can keep the hips down on the floor and just take the arm over into a side bend. Or, for a challenge, you can bring the hips up with you. Inhale, exhale. Resist the floor. So as you come back down out of your side bend, try not to sink into the shoulder or into the ribs. You want to keep pulling away from the floor. Last one. And come up to sitting and swing around onto your other side. I'm going to start with that side leg kick. Ball in front, press into the ball to help you lift out the shoulder and pull the ribs away from the mat. Stretch your top leg, bottom leg as well if you wish, slightly in front, foot flexed. Flex the top foot, push through the heel, and we kick forwards. 1, 2, back, 2, flex, 2, point, 2. The torso stays still, so we're stabilizing through the tummy muscles. And inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, 2 more. Last set. Take it back, back, and rest the leg down. Push the ball away. Side bend. Either you can just take the arm over for an easier option, or take the hips with you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, return, resisting the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, return. Nice straight arm. Last one. And reach over. And release. Good. And come up to sitting for me. Now, if you want to, you can sit on a folded towel or a block, especially if you have tight hips, tight lower back, and just having those hips slightly higher makes it much easier to sit into this exercise. And then legs out in front, feet flexed. Again, if hamstrings are tight, lower back is tight, you can bend the knees slightly. Place the hands behind the back of your head. Lift up through your spine. Elbows in your peripheral, shoulders relaxed for spine twist. And we rotate to the right and deepen and breathe in center. And we exhale, rotate to the left and deepen and inhale, center. And exhale, twist, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, twist. Inhale, center. One more each side. Twist, twist, and center. And twist, twist, and center, and release. If you're on a block, come off it. Bend the knees, flatten the feet, legs slightly apart. Take the ball, so I've got it in a diagonal line behind my right hip, with my right arm palm down pressing on the ball and the left arm reaching forwards. Now it's not a rounded back position, this one, it is a straight back. You're going to press into the ball and I want you to lean in that diagonal direction, so we're going backwards and diagonally, and the arm is reaching forwards and diagonally. And then we pull back up. We go again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and relax, exhale. Switching sides. Diagonal line with the arms. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, recenter. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, recenter. And I'm pressing into the ball as I lean back. And 2. And 1. And then place the ball, wedge it behind your lower back. Bring the knees in a little closer, hands behind the thighs, and lengthen. And we're just going to do a very tiny C curve. So we're tucking the pelvis underneath us and not letting the upper back round and sink. Instead, I want you to feel like you're lengthening through the crown of the head as you tuck your pelvis and then tilt back so that you're on top of those sit bones. We exhale as we tuck and inhale as we lift. A very small controlled flexion of the spine in the lower back area, because it's important even with osteoporosis that we still get those ranges of movement in our spine, that we're not just rigid all the time or extending our back all the time. We need to get those different ranges of movement to keep it healthy. Good, last one. Exhale, tuck and release. Take the ball away. Come round onto the hands and the knees. And as always, if you need a different position for the wrists, you can come onto your knuckles, or you can roll the end of your mat. Heel of the hand on the mat, tuck the fingers in. Okay, from here, kind of going to do a little plank type exercise. So the first option is to tuck the toes under and just hover the knees. Just see how that feels. And then lower down, that might be your preferred option. The second option is to, without leaning the body, stretch the right leg behind, toes curled under, and then without lifting or dropping the hips, stretch the other leg out. And we hold, either knee hovers or plank. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, back in. Good. Okay, so we're going to take that into a little sequence where you're either going to hover the knees and press up and back into an up stretch, or you're going to go back into your plank and push back into an up stretch. And we're going to alternate between the two movements. So we'll go up stretch, plank, up stretch, plank, or knee hovers, up stretch, knee hovers, up stretch. And we're going to do 6 repetitions, or as many as you can do. So choose your desired plank or knee hovers, and then when you're ready, come into that position, knee hovers, or as I'm demonstrating, plank. And then when you're ready, push the bottom up and push back into the feet. You can adjust the feet if you need to. Hold it for a moment and then come down into your plank or your knee hovers. And then press back up for 5. And down. Push back up. 4. And down. 3. And down. Exhale, 2. And down. And then last one, hold it up into our up stretch. Press into those heels, press back away from the hands. Feel that big stretch. 3, 2, 1. Everybody bring the knees down and sit back into the rest position or something that feels comfortable. And then take your hands round to the right, left hand on top. Lean into that left shoulder. And then take your hands around to the left, right hand on top. And lean into the right shoulder. And then bring it once more to the middle and just see if you can stretch a little bit further. And walk the hands in and come round to sitting. Oh, well, I have to say, I definitely feel like my body needed that today, and I hope you enjoyed it too. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Have a lovely day. Take care. Bye.